Today I want to show you the ultimate way to engrave on the go. This smart looking carry case is housing a 12-watt mini laser engraver from Longer. Welcome to my workshop. In today's video we're going to do some engraving on the go. We're going to head over to my garden in just a moment, and I'm going to show you and prove you that the whole machine is in this rather tiny box with a carry handle like that. And tell you what, the quality of it is really good. Even the zipper around it, actually it does come together so neatly and so finely that even under the rain conditions your machine should be protected. Obviously it's probably the whole thing is not waterproof, but it will definitely help a little bit. And later on in the video, I'm going to show you another accessory that you can get for this fantastic machine that will help to improve the quality and the safety of using this machine. I do have an enclosure. So later on in the video, we'll put it together and I'll show you how it works. But now, let's head over to my garden. So what is the actual size of this carry case? Well, it's about 32 centimeters wide, 30 centimeters tall, and just under 20 centimeters deep. So it's a nice and compact little carry case. And check this out. The whole machine is here. Absolutely unbelievable. So let's take it out and let's put it together. And there you go, few seconds and the machine is up and running. How cool is that? You can quite easily take this machine everywhere with you. And of course, events like craft shows are the perfect environment for this type of machine. That should help you to win some customers and to earn some extra cash. Now, tell you what, I do feel a little bit thirsty. I think I'm going to go and make myself a coffee. But what's a coffee without a beautiful coaster to put it on? So I've got this slate coaster and we're going to engrave a Christmas themed graphic on this. As always, the first thing we need to do, we need to turn on the machine and actually calibrate the focal length. If you want some details about how to operate this machine, put it together, some specs, figures and everything else, I actually do have 2 more videos on this already on my channel. I'm going to link both of them down below in the description of this video. So I'm just going to use the features that are already built in this machine and set up the focal point. Now I do want you to see some of the action, so I'm actually going to take off the protective cover, and as the machine will be working, I'm going to put on my protective glasses. Now the software I'm actually using is LightBurn. As you can see, these are my graphics. As I said, Christmas themed, why not? We are just in front of Christmas, so having products like these, well, they could be good sellers. The settings, as you can see, fulfill 3000mm 100% power. Now as you go into the preview mode, make sure to invert the graphic, and that's the best option when you actually are doing work with slate. Okay, with everything ready, let's start. And check out the results. I think this came out absolutely gorgeous. And I can put my coffee away safely now. And there you go. Hopefully I proved to you that this is a extremely portable machine, compact in a fantastic package. But that's not all. Now let's have a look at the enclosure that you can also purchase for this fantastic machine. So let's head over back to my workshop, and first of all I'm going to show you how to put the enclosure together. Okay, so the enclosure comes in this rather large box. Give me 2 seconds and I'm going to pull everything out. First of all, the main body of the enclosure. We can stand this up And as you can see, it's rather large, which is good because you do have a lot of space inside. Now, that's the bottom, so it's upside down, and we just need to do up the zip. All right, let's put it as it should be. Just like that. And you actually do have a solid bottom that needs to go on now. Just drop it inside. You do have the pick windows. You can open it up to get access to your machine. And now the top itself with a longer logo. You do have Velcro strips around the perimeter of the body of this enclosure. We can attach it on. And again, you do have your see-through panels that will hopefully eliminate most of the harmful rays of our laser. And there you go. The main body of the enclosure is now sorted. So as you can see, it takes absolutely seconds to put it all up. In this set, you do get some LED lights so you can see exactly what is happening. Now, inside of the enclosure, you do have some more Velcro to actually attach our LED lamp. And just in the corner here at the bottom, you do have a hole through which you can feed the wire through. And that's it. Our light is installed. And now we can install the fan. We've got the space for it over here. So the bolts, like these, they go in first. Then the fan itself, you know where the sticker is, that needs to be facing outside. And the hose adapter goes right on top, and you can secure everything with some wing nuts. Now you also get the power adapter for both. One thing that I don't like about this is the fact that on the fan itself, there is no switch, okay? There's no switch on the fan, there's no switch on the wire. However, on the switch for the LED light that goes in this brick as well, you actually do get the switch, which is, that's good. Shame that didn't happen for the fan as well. On top of it, you also do get the hose itself that attaches to this outlet, and you do get the metal band to make sure it stays in place. So, fairly comprehensive package here, guys. So, let me just connect this to my extraction system, and we'll do a few projects. Right then, so let's install the laser inside of the enclosure. Now, I've got two wires here, one for the power, and the other one is so I can connect it to my PC and send the files over. And the wires are coming through that same hole through which we threaded the wire for the lights themselves. And this is it. The machine is ready in the enclosure. You then may ask yourself the question, well, the machine is so tiny and the enclosure is so big. Actually, let's have a look. How big is it? Wide, we've got 73 centimeters by 56.5. And the depth, we've got about 38 centimeters. Well, the reason for that is to make sure it's safe, okay? You've got plenty of space, plenty of air circulating inside, but also with the longer Nano Pro, you can get some accessories. For example, the extension feeder or even the rotary attachment as well. And for those, this enclosure is larger as it will give you more scope and more abilities, more projects you can tackle. So that's why it's bigger than the initial tool itself. But hey, let's test this enclosure out, see how it performs, how the fume extraction works, and well, let's do some cool projects with it. We'll cut and engrave. Right then, so we are in LightBurn and this is the design we're gonna be making. So this type of design is absolutely perfect for a craft show when you can actually personalize the product on the spot for the customer with somebody's name, maybe as a gift or something like that. Absolutely perfect in my opinion. So I'm going to put my daughter's name in there. And now we are ready to cut this out. Now the settings I'm going to be using is 150 millimeters per minute, 100% power, as you can see here, with constant power mode. Later on, as you can see on the other side, I actually do have the background. Now this, I will be cutting out 1000 millimeters per minute, 60% power. However, I'm actually going to be using felt as the background to our ornament. And check that out. Inside, you've got the LED light that really does the job. You can clearly see what you've got. Plus, that's the fan, and it's actually running. And I'm talking to you as I'm recording this. So it is dead quiet. And that's fantastic news if you want to use this machine with the enclosure, an office environment, or even in your house or in a craft shop. Thanks to the fact that it is really quiet, you're not going to have any complaints about the noise. Right, I'm going to lock everything up now. And we'll start cutting it out. And there you go, the job is done. And I have to say that I've used way too slow settings, okay? This module is quite powerful, and I should have used speeds that are a little bit quicker. As you've probably seen, there was a fair amount of burning. But that is good for testing. As well, all the smoke that was in there, nothing there. It's been totally eliminated by the fan just over there, which is fantastic. And the smell itself, well, until I opened that, there was no smell at all. And now, yeah, you will be able to smell a bit of burnt wood, but it is burnt wood. Overall, so far, very good. No fumes whatsoever. And as to be expected, cutting capacity of this machine is fantastic. So for the next project, I need to increase the speed for sure. So I need to clean this out a little bit. But now I'm actually going to be cutting out the felt. Now, if you decide to cut or engrave really light items, for example, like this felt, make sure to tape it down somehow or secure it down. Otherwise, the fume extraction, it could actually move it about as you work with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tape it down with a bit of silver tape. And check that out. Really nice job. This next ornament, we're actually going to be engraving and cutting on the same file at the same time. And check this out. I think it came out super, super cool. Really, really nice. Love the engravement and so much detail on that engraving. Look at that. Really cool. Now for the next couple of projects, I'm going to be making different types of Christmas socks. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of a variety here. More or less the same design, but with different options. I just want to do a few more examples for you. A, what you can actually do with this machine, and B, to see if there is any issues with the enclosure. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that on the windows, if you want to call them like that, you are getting that fine dust from the engraving and from the cutting. And I just want to do a few more of these projects to see how bad it's going to get, or if there's anything else wrong potentially with this enclosure. So far, everything works absolutely fine. The extraction is working great. Even at the first try with a little bit too much power there, no fumes. And yeah, let's just carry on and do a few more projects so you can see what this bad boy can do. So the first Christmas sock is a layered project, as you can see. What we're going to do later on, I'm just going to use some acrylic paint to actually add some color to it. However, what I want to show you is the engraving. Merry Christmas, okay? Bit of a personalization there. And I'm just going to show you another version of this with someone's name, for example, okay? So if anybody approaches you, you can just change the text in the software and engrave whatever the customer needs. And here is the next version. Now this time we went the other way around. The smaller objects have been cut out and we're going to glue them on. And as you can see, I've added this little ring here that we can put some sort of a string and, for example, hang this up on a tree or anywhere else. And check out the last version I've got for you. I think this one is really, really cool. Got 4 layers. Felt is one of them. And as you can see, you do have that hole in the middle. So what you can do, okay, is to actually put some money in there and then have a string or a nice wrap around it. But I'll show you how I'm going to do that in just a second. All right, first of all, we need to get a little bit artistic and add some color to our designs. And just take your time with the whole process. No need to rush. All right, now we can start putting things together. And you may ask yourself the question, how to do that? Well, even with felt and plywood, I would still be using a bit of CA. I'm just going to be using that as the main adhesive for all the pieces here. It's just the easiest way to do it. And the results are absolutely fine. Just make sure it aligns correctly. Press it down a little bit, leave it for a few seconds, and it will be done. And I'm going to carry on like this with all of them. Now what we need, just a piece of string, put it through so we can hang these up. And I think that's going to look absolutely fantastic on a Christmas tree, personalized with somebody's name. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I really do like this one, as you can put some cash in it as a bit of a gift. So let's sort this one out and see how cool that's going to be. And check that out. How cool is that? Nice little gift, for example, for your kids. And there you go. You know, one tool, but it gives you so many possibilities and options that you can use as a business opportunity or a perfect way of creating some amazing gifts for your friends and family as well. I really do like this one. Absolutely brilliant option there. And there you go, guys. As you can see, the enclosure works absolutely fabulous. No issues at all. It's easy to put together and then take it down if you need to move on. Well, going back home from your craft show or move on to another location. And this little carry case for the laser, absolutely fantastic. Love the way it looks. Nice and solid as well, so nothing's going to happen to your machine. So there you go, guys. A very interesting option if you are thinking seriously about your business and being able to give your customers, well, a new service. If you are interested in any of those products or maybe in the laser itself, I'm going to drop some links down below in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. Also, as I mentioned before, I do have 2 videos already about this laser with the accessories and everything else you can get for it. And I'm going to link those down below as well. And at this point, I just want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons for the ongoing support. And as always, the files will be there for my Patreons to pick up free of charge. So if you're not a Patreon, well, go have a look. I've got some links down below to my Patreon account. You can join over there. And the files from today and any files in the future, they will be always available for free of charge to my Patreons. However, before you go, I do have some really cool playlists just over here. Click on those and maybe you'll find your next video to watch. That's it for today. Thank you very much. Take care.